Have you ever felt overwhelmed by disrespect or criticism from others? In this video, you will learn how to turn those difficult moments into opportunities to strengthen your inner peace and self-esteem by applying the principles of Stoicism. I will show you how to stay calm, set healthy boundaries, and respond with wisdom so that you not only overcome challenges, but also gain the respect and admiration of those around you. If you're ready to transform obstacles into your greatest source of growth, stay with me and let's get started. Attitude 1. Stay centered while others lose their way. In difficult situations, it's common for people around us to lose their composure and react impulsively. When someone behaves disrespectfully or aggressively, it can be easy to get caught up in that same energy. However, Stoicism teaches us that maintaining serenity in the midst of chaos is a conscious and powerful choice. Staying centered means not allowing others' behavior to disrupt your inner balance. When others lose their way, you don't have to follow them. If someone disrespects you or acts out of control, take a deep breath and remember, your worth does not depend on the opinions or attitudes of others. Even if the situation is provocative, you have the ability to choose how to respond. Keep your focus on what you can control, your reaction and your inner peace, and let the external noise fade away. Imagine someone unjustly criticizes you in front of others. Instead of reacting with anger or engaging in a heated argument, concentrate on what truly matters, your own peace of mind. You can choose to respond calmly or even decide not to respond at all. By not allowing others' emotions to destabilize you, you demonstrate internal mastery, which strengthens your self-esteem and protects your peace. Staying centered while others lose their way does not mean ignoring disrespect. It means choosing not to be controlled by it. This attitude allows you to act wisely and make conscious decisions without being dragged along by the impulse of the moment. Practicing emotional control in such situations is an exercise in resilience that will help you face challenges with a clearer mind and a stronger heart. Commit now to staying centered when faced with disrespect. Every time you feel that others' emotions are trying to throw you off balance, breathe, stay focused, and remember that your serenity is your best response. Attitude 2. Stay calm in the face of disrespect. When someone disrespects you, the first reaction may be to defend yourself or retaliate. However, Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in staying calm. Others' disrespect does not define who you are. It reflects their own internal conflicts. By maintaining serenity, you show that your peace does not depend on someone else's behavior. Instead of letting the offense trigger your anger, take a moment to breathe deeply. This small act can make the difference between an impulsive reaction and a conscious response. Calmness allows you to analyze the situation clearly and decide how to act more effectively. Remember, responding with serenity is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of self-control and confidence. Think of a situation where someone has spoken to you with contempt. Instead of matching their energy, you could respond in a firm but calm tone, or even choose not to respond at all. By not allowing disrespect to affect your emotional state, you keep control of the situation. In this way, calmness becomes your best defense, protecting your dignity and peace. Staying calm in the face of disrespect does not mean accepting mistreatment, but choosing not to let others' behavior dictate your state of mind. It is an act of resilience that allows you to face difficulties with a broader perspective and less emotional burden. By practicing this attitude, you will see how your self-respect strengthens. Commit now to staying calm in the face of disrespect. The next time you face a challenging situation, remember that your serenity is your greatest strength. Responding calmly empowers you and shows that you are not a prisoner of others' emotions. Attitude 3. Defend your peace by setting healthy boundaries. Facing disrespect does not mean tolerating behaviors that harm your well-being. Stoicism teaches that part of maintaining inner peace is establishing clear and healthy boundaries. When you define what is acceptable in your interactions with others, you protect your dignity and prevent others' behavior from affecting your emotional balance. Setting boundaries does not involve being aggressive or confrontational, but rather communicating firmly and calmly what you need to maintain your tranquility. When someone crosses a line and treats you disrespectfully, you have the right to express that such behavior is unacceptable. By doing so, you reinforce your self-esteem and ensure that you do not absorb the negativity others may project. Imagine a situation where someone constantly interrupts you or speaks to you in a condescending tone. Instead of ignoring it or letting it affect your mood, you can establish a boundary by calmly saying, "I'm not willing to continue this conversation in that tone." By expressing your boundaries, you not only defend your peace, but also teach others how to treat you. Defending your peace by setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-love. It's not about controlling others, but protecting yourself from emotionally draining situations. Practicing this attitude not only brings you tranquility, but also allows you to cultivate more respectful and authentic relationships where boundaries are clear and mutual. Commit now to defending your peace by setting healthy boundaries. Every time you feel your well-being is at risk, remember that saying no or "this is not acceptable" is an act of strength. By drawing these lines, you ensure that your inner peace remains intact, regardless of external circumstances. Attitude 4. Practice emotional resilience in difficult moments. In life, facing difficult moments is inevitable. However, Stoicism teaches us that how we respond to these situations defines our strength. Practicing emotional resilience means accepting difficulties without letting them break us, maintaining calm and adapting to challenges with a firm and serene attitude. Resilience is not about ignoring pain or intense emotions, but rather acknowledging them and moving forward despite them. When things don't go as expected or you encounter disrespect, you can choose not to react impulsively. Take a deep breath and remember that obstacles are opportunities to demonstrate your ability to adapt and grow. Every time you overcome a challenge, you strengthen your character. Imagine going through a period of constant criticism or conflict in your environment. Instead of letting these experiences wear you down, focus on what you can learn and how you can improve. Emotional resilience allows you to see adversities as lessons that prepare you to become stronger and wiser. It's not about not feeling, but about not letting your emotions control you. Practicing emotional resilience in difficult moments helps you maintain a clear perspective and keep your balance. It allows you to respond to circumstances with a calm mind, which increases your ability to find solutions. By developing this skill, you discover that you can face any situation with greater confidence and serenity. Commit now to practicing emotional resilience in difficult moments. When you encounter a challenge, remember that each obstacle you overcome is an opportunity to grow. By adopting this attitude, you will prepare yourself to face difficulties with an inner strength that nothing can break. Attitude 5. Maintain your dignity without engaging in pointless arguments. When faced with provocations or disrespectful comments, it's tempting to jump into an argument to defend your point of view. However, Stoicism reminds us that not every battle is worth fighting. Maintaining your dignity involves knowing when it's better to walk away from a pointless argument that will only drain your energy and bring no positive outcome. True strength lies in choosing your battles wisely. Not every provocation deserves a response. When someone disrespects you or seeks to argue simply to provoke a reaction, you have the option to stay calm and not fall into their game. This doesn't mean accepting everything without question. It means choosing to preserve your peace rather than exhausting yourself in arguments that lead nowhere. By choosing not to react impulsively, you demonstrate control over your emotions and prevent others from having power over your state of mind. Imagine someone unjustly criticizes you in public. The immediate reaction might be to engage in a heated argument, but by staying calm and avoiding unnecessary conflict, you project an image of self-control and dignity. You can choose to respond firmly and courteously, or simply not respond, letting your actions speak for themselves. In doing so, you maintain respect for yourself and show that you don't need others' approval to feel valid. Avoiding pointless arguments is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and emotional maturity. By deciding when and how to express your opinion, you protect your well-being and focus on what truly matters. Practicing this attitude allows you to conserve your energy for the matters that truly require your attention and where you can make a real difference. Commit now to maintaining your dignity without engaging in pointless arguments. Each time you face a provocation, remember that your peace and your time are valuable. Choose to respond from a place of serenity and focus, showing that your worth doesn't depend on winning every argument, but on maintaining your balance and integrity. Attitude 6. Stop taking things personally. When someone disrespects or criticizes you, it's easy to feel that the attack is directed at you personally. However, Stoicism teaches that most of the time, others' actions reflect their own internal struggles and have nothing to do with you. By not taking things personally, you free yourself from an emotional burden that only harms you, allowing yourself to remain calm and in control. Taking things personally is giving others the power to affect your inner peace. Instead, try to emotionally distance yourself and view the situation from a more objective perspective. Ask yourself, does this really have anything to do with me, or is it a reflection of the other person? By understanding that others' reactions and attitudes are the result of their own experiences and problems, you realize that you don't have to carry that weight. Imagine a situation where a coworker speaks to you rudely. The instinctive response might be to take it as a personal attack and feel hurt or frustrated. However, if instead you pause and consider that they might be dealing with a problem that has nothing to do with you, it becomes easier to stay calm and not let their attitude influence your emotional state. By not taking things personally, you avoid reacting impulsively and stay focused on what truly matters. Stopping taking things personally does not mean ignoring disrespectful behavior. It means recognizing that the way others act does not define who you are. Practicing this attitude helps protect your self-esteem and maintain control over your emotions. By letting go of the need to defend yourself against every comment or negative attitude, you enjoy greater serenity and can focus on what truly adds value to your life. Commit now to stop taking things personally. The next time you face criticism or disrespect, remember that it's not always about you. Choose to respond with understanding and calmness, and you will see how your inner peace strengthens. Attitude 7. Turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and although they are often perceived as obstacles that hold us back, Stoicism teaches us to view them in a new light, as opportunities to grow and improve. By adopting this perspective, every difficult situation becomes a valuable lesson that prepares you to become stronger and wiser. Complicated moments stop being threats and transform into occasions to demonstrate your ability to adapt and be resilient. Instead of letting a problem overwhelm you, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? This shift in focus not only reduces the emotional impact of difficulties, but also allows you to see challenges as enriching experiences. Every obstacle you overcome is a step forward in your personal development, an opportunity to strengthen your character and acquire new skills that will be useful in the future. Imagine facing a conflict in your work or personal environment. The instinctive reaction might be to feel frustrated or demotivated, but if you choose to see the challenge as an opportunity to improve your communication skills or learn to manage stress, you'll realize that even the most difficult situations have a purpose. By adopting this attitude, you take advantage of each experience to grow instead of allowing it to overwhelm you. Turning challenges into opportunities for growth does not mean denying the difficulties, but choosing to learn and evolve from them. Practicing this attitude will help you face problems with a more positive and proactive mindset without getting stuck in complaining or frustration. Every obstacle can become a tool for your personal development if you decide to consciously make the most of it. Commit now to turning challenges into opportunities for growth. The next time you face a complicated situation, remember that within every challenge is a lesson waiting to be discovered. By adopting this perspective, you will not only strengthen your resilience, but also come closer to the best version of yourself. Attitude 8. Cultivate a calm response amid chaos. Chaos and adversity are inevitable in life. However, Stoicism invites us to maintain serenity even when the world seems to be falling apart around us. Cultivating a calm response amid chaos means not allowing external circumstances to dictate your emotional state. It is a conscious act of staying composed, observing the situation from a broader perspective, and acting with wisdom. When faced with chaotic situations, it is easy to get carried away by panic, anger, or despair. However, these impulses do not help you find effective solutions. By cultivating a calm response, you take control of your emotions and prevent the chaos from sweeping you away. Breathe deeply and focus on what you can control. Serenity allows you to see things more clearly and make decisions based on logic, not fear. Imagine facing a crisis at work or an unexpected conflict in your personal life. The automatic reaction might be to act impulsively or let stress consume you. However, by choosing a calm response, you give yourself the space necessary to assess the situation calmly. You can set priorities, seek solutions, and act effectively without being overwhelmed by the chaos. This approach allows you to transform a difficult situation into an opportunity to demonstrate your self-control and strength. Cultivating a calm response amid chaos does not mean ignoring the seriousness of problems, but facing them with a calm mind and a steady heart. Practicing this attitude strengthens your resilience and helps you maintain balance even in the most challenging circumstances. Serenity is not the absence of emotions, but the ability not to be dominated by them. Commit now to cultivating a calm response amid chaos. The next time you face a challenging situation, remember that your inner peace is your greatest tool. By staying calm, you not only protect your well-being but also inspire others to do the same. Attitude 9. Set boundaries with respect and firmness. In life, setting boundaries is essential to protecting your emotional and mental well-being. Stoicism teaches that doing so with respect and firmness is key to maintaining healthy and balanced relationships. When you define what is acceptable in your interactions, you not only protect yourself, but also help others understand how you want to be treated. Setting boundaries does not mean being harsh or inflexible, but communicating clearly and calmly what you need to preserve your peace. It is important to remember that setting boundaries firmly does not equate to being aggressive. On the contrary, it is an act of self-care and self-respect. When you find yourself in situations where someone crosses the line, it is essential to express your boundaries directly but courteously. By doing so, you reaffirm your dignity without the need for unnecessary conflict. The key is to communicate from a place of calm, making it clear that you value your space and well-being. Imagine a scenario where a friend or colleague constantly invades your personal time with inappropriate requests. Instead of always agreeing out of fear of seeming rude, you can set a boundary by saying respectfully, "I appreciate you considering me, but right now, I need to prioritize my personal time." This way of responding not only protects your space, but also reinforces your ability to practice self-respect. Setting boundaries with respect and firmness is not about controlling others, but about taking control of your life and decisions. Practicing this attitude allows you to maintain a healthy balance in your relationships and avoid emotional exhaustion. By doing so, you show that caring for yourself is a priority and teach others to treat you with the same respect that you offer them. Commit now to setting boundaries with respect and firmness. The next time you feel your needs are not being considered, remember that saying no in a calm manner is an act of strength and self-love. By communicating your boundaries clearly and respectfully, you protect your inner peace and create more authentic and healthy relationships. Attitude 10. Ignore the unnecessary to maintain your peace. In a world full of distractions and constant noise, Stoicism teaches us that one of the keys to maintaining inner peace is learning to ignore what is not essential. By consciously choosing where to focus your attention, you protect your well-being and avoid wasting energy on matters that don't deserve it. Ignoring the unnecessary is not a sign of indifference, but a deliberate practice to preserve your serenity. Often, we get caught up in worries, comments, or problems that don't significantly impact our lives. However, by paying attention to every detail or every provocation, we only increase our stress. Instead, filter out what is important and let go of what is not. Ask yourself, is it really worth spending time and energy on this? If the answer is no, allow yourself to let it go. Imagine a situation where someone makes a negative or spiteful comment. It's easy to fall into the trap of giving it importance and worrying about others' opinions. However, if you decide to ignore that comment, you not only avoid unnecessary conflict, but also keep your peace intact. By focusing on what truly adds value to your life and setting aside distractions, you protect your emotional balance. Ignoring the unnecessary doesn't mean being passive or uninterested. It means consciously choosing your battles and focusing on what truly matters. Practicing this attitude helps you live with less anxiety and have a clearer and more focused mind. Each time you choose not to pay attention to what is irrelevant, you strengthen your ability to stay calm in a world full of distractions. Commit now to ignoring the unnecessary to maintain your peace. The next time something tries to divert you from your path or disturb your peace, remember that not everything deserves your attention. By consciously choosing what to focus on, you will live with more serenity and enjoy a life with less stress. Attitude 11. Develop an unshakable attitude towards criticism. Criticism is inevitable, especially when you put yourself out there or make important decisions. Stoicism teaches us to develop an unshakable attitude towards criticism, maintaining calm and assessing its true value. Not all criticism deserves your attention, and learning to distinguish between constructive and destructive criticism helps you protect your inner peace and grow without being swayed by unhelpful opinions. An unshakable attitude does not mean completely ignoring what others say. It means listening with composure and discerning whether the criticism offers something useful. If it does, appreciate the opportunity to improve. If it does not, let those words pass without affecting your emotional state. Remember that others' opinions do not define your worth or capabilities, and only you can decide how to interpret them. Imagine receiving negative criticism at work or in your relationships. The common reaction might be to defend yourself, justify your actions, or even feel hurt. However, if you adopt an unshakable attitude, you allow yourself to listen without reacting immediately. You can ask yourself whether the criticism holds any valuable insight or simply reflects the other person's perspective and issues. By doing so, you maintain control over your emotions and avoid falling into the trap of seeking external validation. Developing an unshakable attitude towards criticism is an act of strength and self-confidence. It helps you filter what is truly relevant to your growth and prevents the negative opinions of others from steering you off course. Practicing this attitude strengthens your ability to stay calm in challenging situations and allows you to respond with wisdom rather than impulsiveness. Commit now to developing an unshakable attitude towards criticism. The next time someone criticizes you, take a moment to assess whether it's worth considering or dismissing. In doing so, You protect your peace and focus on what genuinely contributes to your personal growth. Attitude. 12. Apply Stoicism to improve your relationships. Stoicism is not only useful for strengthening our inner peace, but also for improving our relationships with others. By applying its principles in daily life, we can cultivate healthier, more authentic, and balanced interactions. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm, control our emotional reactions, and accept what we cannot change, qualities that are essential for building stronger and longer-lasting relationships. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is focusing our energy on what we can control, our own actions and attitudes. This means that instead of trying to change others or becoming frustrated with their behavior, we can focus on how we respond to them. By practicing empathy and not taking things personally, we avoid unnecessary conflicts and demonstrate an attitude of understanding that enhances communication and strengthens the bond. Imagine you have a disagreement with a friend or loved one. Instead of reacting impulsively or letting anger take over, Stoicism invites you to pause, breathe, and reflect. Ask yourself whether the conflict is truly worth it, or if there is a calmer way to approach the situation. By expressing your thoughts calmly and respecting others' perspectives, you show emotional maturity and contribute to resolving the issue constructively. Applying Stoicism in your relationships does not mean ignoring your emotions or needs, but approaching them with a balanced and conscious attitude. Practicing this philosophy allows you to establish healthy boundaries, communicate clearly, and accept that it is not always possible to agree. In doing so, you strengthen mutual respect and foster an environment where relationships can thrive. Commit now to applying Stoicism to improve your relationships. The next time you face a conflict or misunderstanding, remember that your response has the power to transform the situation. Choose to act with calmness and wisdom, and you will see how your relationships become stronger and more authentic, based on understanding and mutual respect. Attitude 13. Let your silence be more powerful than their words. Silence can be a powerful tool when it comes to managing conflicts or responding to provocations. Stoicism teaches us that it is not always necessary to speak or defend ourselves against every offensive word or negative comment. Sometimes silence conveys more strength and wisdom than any argument. Choosing silence is not an act of weakness, but a conscious decision to protect your inner peace and avoid unnecessary confrontations. When someone seeks to provoke or impose their will through words, it can be tempting to respond immediately, to defend yourself or win the argument. However, Stoicism reminds us that true power lies in not allowing others to control our emotions. By choosing silence instead of reacting impulsively, you demonstrate self-control and send a clear message. You do not need to validate your actions or your worth in response to others' comments. Imagine a situation where someone tries to unsettle you with criticism or hurtful remarks. Instead of engaging in a debate or responding with the same intensity, you can choose to remain silent. This gesture shows that you are not willing to be dragged into conflict, and it takes away the power of the other person's words. By keeping silent, you maintain control over your emotions and avoid fueling a situation that would only generate more tension. Letting your silence be more powerful than their words does not mean ignoring your feelings or allowing abuse. It is a way of showing that you do not need to respond to every provocation and that you, not others, have control over your mental state. Practicing this attitude helps you face challenges with a calm mindset and shows that your inner peace is unbreakable. Commit now to letting your silence be more powerful than their words. The next time you encounter a provocation or negative comment, choose silence and observe how it allows you to maintain calm and dignity. In doing so, you demonstrate that you do not need to speak to affirm your value and that your serenity is your best response. Attitude 14. Use criticism as a tool to strengthen your self-esteem. Criticism can be difficult to receive, especially when it touches on our insecurities. However, Stoicism invites us to view it from a new perspective, as an opportunity to strengthen our self-esteem and grow. Instead of rejecting or avoiding criticism, we can use it to learn, improve, and reaffirm our value. By adopting this attitude, we transform what could be a negative experience into a powerful tool for personal development. To use criticism as a tool, it is essential to separate the intent behind the words from their content. Not all criticism is constructive, but even those that seem malicious can offer something valuable if analyzed objectively. Ask yourself, is there something in this criticism that I can use to improve? By doing this, you take control of the situation and turn a potential source of discouragement into an opportunity for growth. Imagine someone questions your skills or points out a mistake in a harsh way. Instead of reacting defensively or feeling belittled, you can choose to evaluate whether the criticism holds any truth. If it does, use it as a stimulus to improve that area of your life. If it is not valid, then the experience strengthens you by showing that your worth does not depend on others' approval. In either case, you're using criticism to reaffirm your self-esteem and move forward. Using criticism as a tool does not mean accepting every comment without question, but approaching the situation with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Practicing this attitude allows you to grow continuously and maintain a solid self-esteem, regardless of external opinions. By recognizing that there is always room for improvement, you become the master of your own personal development. Commit now to using criticism as a tool to strengthen your self-esteem. The next time you receive criticism, accept it calmly and consciously. Decide whether it can help you grow. In doing so, you will turn every comment into an opportunity for improvement and show that your self-esteem is unshakable in the face of others' opinions. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. If you watched the whole thing, comment "I am Stoic" as our secret signal to know that you're a true student of Stoicism. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. See you in the next video, and remember, keep cultivating your Stoic mind.